The face at the window. I'd always loved the view from my apartment. The 20th floor of a towering building in the heart of the city offered a certain kind of solace. The world below was chaos, honking horns, rushing pedestrians, and the endless churn of life. But up here, it was quiet, peaceful. It had been my sanctuary since I moved in 3 years ago, following a messy breakup and a desire to start over. I'd filled the apartment with little touches of myself, a string of fairy lights curling around the bookshelves, a collection of plants that I tended to with obsessive care, and a cozy armchair nestled by the floor-to-ceiling window. The building itself wasn't glamorous. Its beige walls and faded carpets hinted at better days, but it was secure. The kind of place where neighbours rarely interacted, which suited me just fine. That night, though, the peace was shattered. The power outage began just after 9 p.m., plunging the entire city into darkness. From my vantage point, I could see the skyline dimming one block at a time, like dominoes falling in reverse. It wasn't the first blackout I'd experienced, but it was the first one to unsettle me. Something about the way the night swallowed the city made me feel exposed. I lit a candle and tried to distract myself with my usual routines. I brewed a cup of chamomile tea, curled up in my armchair and scrolled through my phone. My battery was low, but I figured I had enough charge to ride out the outage. Outside, the wind howled, rattling the glass door to my balcony. It was unusually strong, even for winter. The sound made the silence inside my apartment feel oppressive, like the walls were closing in. I was about to set my phone down when I felt it, a prickling at the back of my neck, as though someone were standing behind me. I turned, half expecting to see nothing. Instead, I saw it. Pressed against the glass of my balcony door was a face. At first, I couldn't process what I was seeing. My rational mind fought against it, searching for explanations. A trick of the light? A reflection? But as the seconds stretched, the truth settled over me like ice water. There was someone or something outside my window. The face was pale, almost luminous in the candlelight. Its features were grotesque, as if someone had taken a human face and stretched it just a little too far. The eyes were black pits, endless and cold, and the mouth curled into a grin that was all wrong, too wide, too sharp. I froze, unable to breathe. My brain screamed at me to move, to run, but my body refused to obey. How could it be possible? I lived on the 20th floor. There was no balcony above mine, no scaffolding, no ledge wide enough to support a person. And yet, here it was, staring at me as though it had every right to be there. I fumbled for my phone, my hands trembling so badly I nearly dropped it. I managed to dial 911, but the line crackled and went dead. The outage must have knocked out the cell towers. The face didn't move. It just stared, its lips twitching as though it was trying to speak. Then, with a sickeningly smooth motion, it slid to the side. It didn't turn or step away. It simply moved, as if gravity had no claim on it. I realized, with dawning horror, that the balcony door was unlocked. Adrenaline surged, breaking the paralysis that had gripped me. I leapt to my feet and lunged for the door, slamming it shut and locking it with shaking hands. My breath came in shallow gasps as I pressed my forehead against the glass, peering into the empty darkness beyond. But it wasn't empty. Far below, on the street, the faint glow of emergency lights illuminated a figure. It stood at an impossible angle, its head tilted upward, staring directly at me. Even from that distance, I could see its grin. I backed away from the window, clutching the kitchen knife I'd grabbed in my panic. The silence in the apartment was deafening, broken only by the erratic thud of my heartbeat. The lights flickered back on just before dawn. The city roared to life again, as though nothing had happened. When I finally mustered the courage to step onto the balcony, I found no signs of anyone having been there. No footprints, no smudges on the railing. But on the glass, right where the face had been pressed, was a perfect imprint, a smudged, sticky residue that reeked of something rotten. That night, I installed blackout curtains and swore I'd never leave the door unlocked again. But deep down, I knew it wouldn't matter. Whatever that thing was, it had found me, and I didn't think it was finished. This version expands the character's backstory and the setting while maintaining the core suspense of the story. Let me know if you'd like further tweaks.